Oh, hello there! You caught me sim racing. So you want to get into sim racing and you don't know where to begin. When you get into sim racing, there's loads of information. I myself experienced a little bit of information overload. What is true, what is not true, what tips are right, what are things you can just think about later. I wanted to give some tips that I came across, some handy advice that I came across and used. I wanted to talk about what games to play, wheels to get, like steering wheels to get, and some racing advice. It doesn't matter what wheel, what game you use, it's just some racing advice to get you up to speed, to get into the racing, and then race your little butt straight to the finish line, and then ooh. So, the first thing I wanted to talk about was which game to get. So let's dive into our choices here. In alphabetical order, we got Assetto Corsa. And Assetto Corsa, it's one of the greatest. You got mod support, unlimited tracks, unlimited cars. Well, that's a bit of an overstatement, but you know what I mean. The physics, if you have money for one sim racing game, buy Assetto Corsa. You'll have plenty to do forever, and all the mods are free. So the second game we got is Assetto Corsa Competizione. This is my personal favorite. This is the game I've spent the most time in ever since I started sim racing. The creators of Assetto Corsa have made a specialized GT3 class game with 14 tracks, I think. Just a handful of cars. It looks amazing. Plays amazing. The online is super good because you got things like safety rating, which keep people from crashing into each other on purpose. That's pretty good. So Assetto Corsa Competizione, I highly recommend it, but there's not a lot of variety. You'll only get GT3. Project Cars 2. Project Cars 2. It's a beautiful game. It's got a lot of variety. I think it's got Rallycross, it's got Formula 1, it's got GT3, DTM, all the things you need. It looks beautiful. It's got great online support. The only thing that keeps me from playing a lot of Project Cars 2 is the physics don't feel right to me. Maybe other people have some other experience with it, but the physics of Project Cars 2, I just don't like them. The next one we got is iRacing. This seems to be holy grail of sim racing, but I haven't played it. You gotta pay a subscription. Every car and every track that you want to buy, besides the core package, also costs money. So if you're really dedicated to sim racing, you can jump into iRacing. I heard the racing's really good because of the rating system in there. You get matched up with people that are of the same skill level as you. So there's a lot of good competitive racing in there. Dirt Rally 2, hey, it's a good game. You got the Group B's, you got the Group A's, you got the historical cars, you got all the cars a rally fanatic might want. So it's pretty good. Dirt Rally 2, it's a hard game. Once you get the hang of it, it's amazing. So for all my budget boys out there, there's actually a variety of wheels you can get. Two most prominent I hear about are either the Logitech G29, the one I got, or I think it's called the Trustmaster TMX Pro or TMX something. I'll put it up on screen, so that's good. You can always get a second-hand wheel for cheap. If you have a lot of money, you might as well go with a direct drive. If you're a bit on the fence and you got some spare change and you want to buy a steering wheel, those entry-level wheels will do great, and they'll give you the sim racing experience of your life. So then, racing. A couple of bits of advice for you, so that you can go right into racing. When you start out with sim racing on a wheel and you haven't ever played on a wheel yet, it's gonna be a little bit different than what you're used to on a controller or a keyboard. The first thing that's really important is that you're gonna get frustrated. 90% of us who start, we suck balls. We suck the race car balls. Try to be patient with yourself. You're gonna be expecting a lot of yourself. At least I did. I thought I would be great at racing because I was great at dirt rally on a controller. I thought, well, rallying is harder than racing on a track. So if I can do that well on a controller, I'm gonna be great at a steering wheel on a track. But I wasn't. So the first thing you need to do is practice and practice and then practice. And after you've done that, you gotta practice. The second advice I have for you is try to race on your level. Try to find an AI difficulty in the game of your choice. First follow them, try to get the pace up, try to get the racing lines of all the tracks you race on. And then once you get comfortable, try to speed things up. Try to get in the middle of the pack. Try to get ahead of the pack. If you play against AI and you're constantly finishing first with 10 seconds to spare, maybe bump up that AI difficulty because you're not doing anything for yourself at that point. Another tip for having fun in racing games is go find a racing league. There's a lot of racing leagues out there, and if you want to race in a league, get on the sim racing subreddit and you'll find a lot of racing leagues. They host regular races for beginners, experts, and mole rat people like me. So try to find yourself a racing league, get into the community, because you're welcomed, everybody wants to help you. Get on the subreddit of sim racers and you'll be golden, boy. A little bit of technical advice is try to find the right FOV for your computer. Your computer screen, it's like a window into the car. And if you got your FOV right, your field of view, the sense of speed connects with your brain, and then your brain will do everything. So you only gotta watch the corners, and you'll get a natural feeling of when to brake, how fast you're going, if you're going fast enough, if you can push it even more, or if you should slow down. If you race on a completely wrong field of view for you, and you fix it, you'll be a lot better immediately. So fix your FOV. That's really good.
Slow and smooth and smooth and fast. Slow and smooth and smooth and fast, done face.